Welcome back to Two-Way with Jon and Fway. I'm Jon.
And I'm Fway. This is episode 5.1, recorded October 2nd, 2017.
This week we talk about why this is podcast 5.1 and not 5.
Sugar daddies and phone sex operators.
And a lot of good music you should listen to.
So strap your titties in, because you're in for a hell of a ride.
This week's podcast is sponsored by Too Long with Fway and Jon. Enjoy the episode. 1, 2, 3.
It's Two-Way with Jon and Fway.
See, because every one of these days we'll actually do one that sounds so good, I use it constantly. But until we get that one clip, we're going to have to keep doing it each episode. But that one was pretty good. I'll give us that. That one didn't sound as out of tune as we usually. I'm gonna bring my little tuning fork.
It's just like a regular fucking plastic fork.
Anyway, hi Fway, how are you?
Hey. I just yawned into the mic. I'm sorry. I'm currently in bed, wrapped up in a ball, very comfortable.
Okay, yeah, get comfortable because last time was a little uncomfortable after the podcast. So here's the thing, guys. This is episode 5 of the podcast. 5.2,
yeah,
if you will. Fway and I recorded a good 45 minutes last week, but my computer decided it wanted to lose everything. My stuff. We had all of Fway's audio, but you could barely hear me in the background. So here we are, doing it again. But we're going to go over pretty much the same topics. It's going to be maybe like a 30-minute episode. Not too much. We're just going to kind of run through, kind of film
it.
Yeah,
I signed up for this not realizing how annoyed I would be with Jon.
You're not annoyed with me. You're annoyed with me listening to Kesha's song Praying.
No, I'm annoyed with Jon. You just sound like Mean Girls. You're not. It's like, I don't hate you because you're fat. You're fat because I hate you.
I don't hate you because you're fat. You're happy because you're fat.
Wow. How are you going to tell me how I feel?
I'm not talking
How are you going to tell me how I feel?
I'm not talking about you.
I have a lot of feelings. Also, guys, Jon just called me fat, so there's that. No words?
I was agreeing.
He's agreeing.
I was going to say, you are what you eat, but that doesn't really apply in this one. It doesn't.
I'm not slim thick yet, am I?
Oh my goodness. Anyway, so basically, this podcast is going to be, more of a downer as you reminisce on the podcast that could be. It's kind of like having your second child. It's not as exciting as your first. I'm the second child. I understand.
I am the first.
But, when everyone has their first kid, they, do all the prep work. They're, super excited to have the bed, the room ready. I mean, not saying they don't do this for the second child, but it's always, when the parents are doing it for the first time, there's obviously more, anxiety and nervousness, but there's also so much more excitement about we're having our first kid.
Not necessarily, because it was hype as shit for me, but it was also hype as shit for Chris because he's a boy.
Oh, okay.
So I was the first born a girl, and then my brother, and then we don't have any more siblings. It's just us two. So shit was hype all the way around.
I guess so. But in my situation, it's like
nah.
But my mother says Josh was a surprise baby, and that's just a nice way of saying accident. Is it not?
I am so convinced I was an accident. Anytime I ask my parents, I'm not mad about it. I'm I'm totally fine.
Look at your birthday.
Look at your birthday.
Count 9 months back. Is it on a holiday? You holiday sex.
No, I think I'm in October. I think because my birthday's in February, so that would make it October, right?
I can't count months.
You
backwards.
just count back 3 months. So February, January, December.
No, you would count forward.
Forward.
Right? I can't do this. I'm nervous.
Don't put me on the spot like this. No, it would be forward. So
Keep
March,
April,
May.
May. Look this up.
I'm a Cinco de Mayo baby, apparently.
You could be.
I might be.
I was a planned child because my brother and father wanted us to be our birthday, me and Josh's, to be in the springtime, a month apart.
That's mine and Chris's birthdays ain't shit. They're 9 days apart. 9.
Yeah, that's not. See? So either either poor planning on Chris's part or an accident.
I think it was poor planning on Chris's part because they wanted another kid. My mom wanted to have another kid when I was 3.
Oh, yeah, but y'all are like
5 years apart.
5 years apart.
Yeah, it's 9 days and that would be 5 years.
Wow.
So, I don't think it's like a bad age difference. It was, growing up, it was weird. Because you can't, like, toss a toddler when you're, like, 7. Like, you know?
Yeah.
But, after, like, now that we're older, it's fun.
Anyway. So, this is our second child. This is our 5th child. Kind of like our 6th, but, like, our second 5th child.
I had a stillborn, like...
Oh. I was trying to avoid that. I was like, the more I talked, the more it sounded like we were talking about, like, your second child after, like, an abortion or a miscarriage. This is getting really dark. Let's stop talking about this. This is our second dog, okay? Our first one ran away, air quotes. This is our second fish. The first fish ran away.
Did you get a fish?
Oh, shit. I was supposed to do it on Sunday, but I was super busy on Sunday.
We can go right now. Guys, we're going to put the podcast on pause. We got to go pick up another child.
And we're back. We have a new fish. See, that's the beauty of audio. You don't know when we actually left or not. We didn't leave. We didn't even stop recording. This is like...
The same exact time.
Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to get a fish on October 1st and name him something stupid, like Gilbert. How can he be having sex with a guy and he says, say my name, and his name is like Gilbert?
That was on Twitter, and I retweeted that. It killed me.
Was the name Gilbert?
It was Gilbert.
Oh, okay.
It did kill me.
So here we are, for the 5th time, our second...
For the second, 5th time?
This is our 5th podcast. Yeah, we should be excited that we made it this far. Already. Let's do our cheers for the 5th podcast. Yeah, the excitement was in the last one. But hey, we made it to number 5/6, so that's a positive. We made it farther than we thought we would. I keep saying this for each podcast. For the second podcast, I was like, we've gone farther than I thought we would.
For the first podcast, I was like, oh shit, we're really doing this. We in this bitch. Like, I was so shooketh.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, so moving on to the actual topics. Fway, we gotta get you a sugar daddy. We talked about this obviously in the unheard podcast that died. Mm-hmm. Like my self-confidence and esteem after we lost the footage last week. But so Fway is gonna get a sugar daddy. What were we talking about? We were talking about how to get a sugar daddy. You knew the website.
SugarDaddyForMe.com / like it's my link.
Yeah, / like LaFway. It's like you go see your profile. Oh my goodness. And we came to the conclusion that we would both get one. I would share Fway's.
No, the fuck we would not. I don't like to share anything in life. Anything.
What about love?
Oh, no.
No, that's all mine. That's all Jon's.
That's all Jon's. I don't have any extra to share. It all goes to Jon. Oh
my goodness. So yeah, it was basically, we said we would have sugar daddies if it didn't require like any intimate anything. Mm-hmm. But Fway said she would start it off. You were really weird about it because you said you wouldn't want to be like intimate. But if it came to that,
no. You're making it sound like I'm some weirdo. What I said was I would never go into a sugar daddy like for sex first, but if he became like more than a sugar daddy, as in like I wasn't just in it for money, and then he wasn't just like gonna trade me off for another sugar baby. Like if it was an actual relationship, then I don't see why you're in a relationship. Why would it not?
So we all got so close, like you would drop your last name and he would drop his first name, Sugar. He'd just become your daddy. Basically. So you're saying you would have a sugar daddy, but if it came to a relationship, into fruition. Not that that's what's supposed to happen, but you'd be cool.
That's not what's supposed to happen. You don't go into a sugar daddy looking to marry. Well, unless you're lucky, you marry your sugar daddy. Unless you score big. What was her name? Crystal, whatever, that married Hugh Hefner. He done died. He left her a $4.3 million house.
Wow. That's it?
Yeah, because it was in the prenup. It was in the prenup.
Okay, but...
He's not dumb. He had a prenup.
Oh, okay. How old was she? I'm assuming she was
in
younger.
her 30s. In her 30s.
He was like 90, right?
91 when he died recently.
Whoa!
And he just sold the Playboy Mansion for like $100 million. Which is half of what it's worth.
Wow.
He sold it to his neighbor. Yeah, well, his neighbor had
girls included. No, I'm just kidding.
bought previous property from him.
Uh-huh.
So then, which was the house that the neighbor's currently living in. So he owned his neighbor's house, and then the neighbor bought it, and then the neighbor bought the Playboy Mansion for $100 million.
Mm-hmm.
But only if Hef could live there till he died, basically. So he bought it for half off, but he would only get it for half off if he let Hef live there till Hef died.
Wow. Would Hef be considered a sugar daddy? To an extent,
yes,
right?
Yes, he's a
He
sugar
provides
daddy.
a place for them to live.
He provided a place for them to live, but
Which
he was
is
also very strict.
But see, here's the thing. I don't know much about the whole... Because they had a TV show as well, right?
The Girls Next Door. I lived on it. I absolutely loved it.
I don't even know much about, like, what the girls... I mean, I guess when they had a TV show, that's what they did in the house. But aside from that, what did they do at the house? It's just like a party house, party
schedule.
central?
No, they had, like, a schedule. So he had set days, like, basically Monday through Sunday, they had shit to do. Mondays... I read an article on it, like, a day or two ago. So Mondays, it was, like, family movie night or something where like his kids would come over, and then Tuesdays was like dudes night where like guys would come and like play poker or like pool or whatever, his friends. Wednesdays I think was like a family movie night or something.
Wait, he had a family? It just hit me.
Well, he has a couple kids. He's been married multiple times before.
Interesting.
And he has children.
Interesting.
I don't think he has any daughters actually. He only has sons.
Interesting.
Yeah, Fridays and Saturdays, I believe he threw, like, pool parties.
So, like, how is he I mean, sure, he's making money, obviously, off the Playboy and whatnot, but, like, are there people who are coming to these things, are they, like, being paid to go? Like, where are the girls come into play? Like, what are they, what are they doing?
If you were one of his girlfriends, you got, like, if you lived in the house and you were a girlfriend, you had to attend all the events.
They were considered girlfriends? I don't know anything about this. Is this like a polyamorous relationship? Like,
kind of. So what he did was, like, he would provide a place for them to... He was basically a pimp. He would provide places for them to stay.
A glorified pimp.
Yeah.
A sugar daddy, if you will.
Mm-hmm. Places for them to stay. They were given $1,000 a week for, like, clothes to buy, like, lingerie and stuff.
Wow.
Which, your girl hitting up Ross and keeping the rest of her money, like...
Hit the coupons.
Yeah.
I just Grouponed this bikini over here.
Yeah, no. So then there's that. And then... There was, like, always secret talk of, like, some playmates being escorts for, like, other people.
Like, with his knowledge or no? I mean...
Well, yeah, but he was, like, really strict with his girlfriend. Like, they have a curfew. Like, they couldn't go out.
Oh, my God.
Past 9. Like, they couldn't. 9 o'clock, they had to be home.
Like, this almost gives me, like, prisoner vibes.
Yes.
In a sense.
And, well, they're being, like, spoiled. But, yeah, they're being kept.
But yeah, but it also like, yeah, it really sounds... It's... I don't know. This whole thing makes me uncomfortable.
And
I don't know much about it,
his girlfriends were expected to have sex with him.
I didn't know that. I didn't know if that was part of the deal. That's what I was getting to next.
Yeah, like, you had to have sex with him.
Multiple partners.
Yes.
And they all knew it. See?
And it was, like, a lot of... I think I was reading...
So what would you want to do? I mean, you have to be, like, I guess either, like, desperate or, like, a huge fan of, like, Hugh or, like, just a hoe. I don't know. Because if you're going into this knowing you're about to, like, be with the guy who's with other women.
But
unless,
it was
that's
it wasn't. I don't think from what I was reading, I don't think it was like one-on-one sex. It was like group sex with the other girls.
Interesting. I don't even know what to say about that. I guess it's just a personal preference. I'm just like you said. I don't share. I couldn't see myself. Well, I've never been. Sure. I've never. The opportunities never arose to being a multiple. It'd be weird though. I feel like I guess I'd be jealous, and that's I guess normal.
I'm too selfish for all that shit. I'd be like, no, I don't share. This is mine. I don't.
Yeah, I guess I was like, I was gonna say I feel weird saying that I'd be jealous, but then I go, that's a very normal emotion in a situation like that, especially.
Yeah.
Huh.
But yeah, so that's how that shit ran.
Well, that's like the most I've ever heard about that. I knew about Playboy, Hugh Hefner. I knew who he was. Knew, I guess, what he did, which was just live in a house and start Playboy. But other than that, I didn't even know like what went down in the house. Weird. Count me out.
Yeah, no, completely. It's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, it's very glorified in the sense of like you want to be one of his girls because look at the like luxurious life he gets to live. Yeah. But it's like there's a lot of like once you live there,
you're just like fuck.
Yeah, there's a lot of like fucking
rules and backdoor
fine
shit
print to it.
Yeah.
Ugh. God, I'd rather just be a phone sex operator. Okay, we're gonna acknowledge that segue because that one was really good.
Fun fact, the last one was full of great segues that we didn't even acknowledge. They were so good.
I don't even remember.
They were so good. I'll play back our audio.
Alright, we just play like yours. All we hear is you just going,
Ooh.
Because the segues were
They're
good.
so good.
Yeah, and the 5.0 podcast, is it 5.1? I guess this is 5.1. Or is
This would be 5.1.
Yeah, in the original 5th podcast, we talked about becoming sex phone operators. Because me and Fway, like a couple years ago, looked into this, thought it'd be really funny. But then we thought about how weird it'd be at the same time. And that I'd be amazing at it. Just self-proclaimed, I assume I'd be amazing at it. Fway, how would you be?
I don't know. I don't.
Do you ever talk dirty on the phone with somebody? Or text them?
No.
Or snap them?
No.
Snap's where it gets dirty.
It's like, no.
No? You like hide your phone? You slip it
No.
right up
I'm
inside
like,
of you?
Fuck, oh, fuck.
Wait.
First of all, how would you know what that sounds like?
I've seen you do it before.
Whoa.
Jonathan, not on the podcast.
I just... You have to believe me. I said your last name.
Oh shit. You know what's funny? I was like in the vlog. We'll get into that. I'm vlogging again, by the way. We'll get into that after this phone sex operating. There's a part where I'm like filming in the mirror and I see my school ID is like my last name is in between the fingers of like my like on the mirror on my school ID, and I had to like censor like every keyframe for like 30 seconds or something. I mean, it wasn't hard at all.
Yeah.
But it's just that it took like 5 minutes to do. Now this is so dumb. I mean, it's not that like I don't want people know my last name. I just rather it not be. I'd rather be called John Lee than, you know, the real one.
Than the real one.
Also, it's also for employers and whatever. You can't find me online unless you actually unless you're looking for me. Like unless like you're looking up IAmLeegit or know about that, you can find me as John Lee. But if you're looking from like a employer's perspective, even with I don't have anything linked to my email that has my last name. It's all like it's almost like it's like separate things. Like because like I got the question asked.
It makes sense.
I got the question asked on it was last week. I did like for one of my student organization thing I was trying to join. They're like, would you be willing to show your employers like your social medias? I was like, hell the fuck no. And I go, and that's why it's not under my last name because I can find anybody in that room's like social media. I'm pretty sure
you can find you can find, like, my Facebook if you use, like, my actual name, but Grande Papi, like, literally, it's just my Twitter. And Fway, literally, it doesn't sound like my name at all.
You have, like, 2-second, like, identities as Grande Papi and Fway. But they kind of go hand in hand, I guess.
Yeah.
So. But, like, for example, even then, like, they had, like, the computer hooked up to the TV. We were in a small little conference room, and they had a presentation on the computer, and then after the presentation was done, we were done with the meeting, whatever, but the one guy who had the laptop that was providing the presentation, he wanted to add everybody on Facebook. So he was like just going through the list of everyone who like signed in their names and it was on the TV so you could see them. And then it got to me, I was like, good luck finding me. He's like, what are you under? I was like, oh, it's just my first and middle name. And so he's like, even though on the paper that I wrote in had my full first name, he still put John. When I told him I just go under John Lee, he put J-O-H in. I was like, you went out of your way to put an H in there. There ain't no H in my full first name. Why would there be an H in a shortened version of my name? But they were like, which one are you? I go, I'm the one holding the potato in the photo. Oh, that was a long like tangent from what we were talking about. So phone sex operators. Would we be good at it? Yes. By myself, I'd feel uncomfortable doing it by myself. I'd be in my room just sitting in the middle of like my bed like, hi, what are you wearing? I don't know. I wouldn't be able to do it. But with someone else, that's what we talked about last time, I'd be amazing at it. I'd be more focused on entertaining the person who's in the room with me, like as a joke, than on the phone with somebody else. And I think that's why I'd be so good at it. Because I mean, you make your money by keeping the person on the phone as long as you can. And I think it's only like a couple cents, maybe like a minute. But that adds up if you're on the phone for like 30 minutes.
I was dying because I had not seen an ad for phone sex operators in years.
We saw it
up until I realized I had MTV Live, which is apparently another MTV.
Oh.
There's 1, 2.
I thought it was just like a
there's
show
MTV,
on there.
No, there's MTV 1. There's MTV, MTV 2, MTV 3, and then there's MTV Live.
Wow.
So I have all of them.
We get it. Wait, you're banking.
We get it. My cable's expensive. So I was watching it, and at night, I mean, not during the daytime, but like early hours and late at night, they constantly have like pretty much all the commercials they play are like phone sex operator commercials.
That was like typical MTV though. I feel like MTV and VH1 late at night were
MTV,
all
VH1,
like infomercials.
And Comedy Central.
Yeah.
Comedy Central used to have those really weird late at night ads.
Hi, I'm alone and I wish I had someone to talk to.
Yeah.
And then, like, they all have, like, that one yellow tooth in the corner and they all are, like, scary
they
old.
all have whack-ass fake titties. They don't even look good. Their skin
I've seen drag queens with better titties than this.
Better chest plates, let me tell you.
Yeah, sorry.
They're, it's like, I have to correct you on your, like, drag terminology. No, they look so bad. Their skin looks so stretched. They look like they're in pain. It's just, they're not done right.
When they smile, their mouth opens in the back of the head because it's
yes, because
so
that's
stretched.
so fucking tight. They look terrible.
Honestly, how I want to be in the future.
So I've been looking into getting maybe like Botox. I really have. You think I'm kidding?
I don't know what that does exactly.
It like freezes your face.
That's the one that like kind of gets rid of the wrinkles in between like your eyebrows, or is it? Which is the one like they put like here and they put like on like their smile lines.
Botox.
Okay, yeah. It's the one that kind of.
Well, they have it's a collagen filler. They have different ones, but Botox. Fun fact: if you ingest Botox, you get like violently ill.
Swallow it?
Yeah, it causes food poisoning.
Oh god, that seems so close to your insides and they put it inside your face.
Well, it freezes your muscles. If you like ingest it, it's different. But the younger you start Botox, the less wrinkles form because your muscles don't. Your face is frozen. Like you can't.
But like once you do it, I mean, you gotta kind of keep doing it.
Not necessarily.
Right?
Well, you have to keep doing it if you want the results to stay. Like if I did if I did it now, I mean, it would freeze my face for 3 to 6 months, right? And then that'd be it. If I never went back, then my face just goes back to normal,
like
and it would age
human.
normally.
Okay, I don't know if it like had any like drastic side effects. Not side effects, but like because you did it, it gets worse in a sense. Like if you don't,
it's more of a mental thing because you see it in yourself.
Yeah,
you would see the wrinkles go away, and then you see them come back, and you're like, oh my god, they're worse, but they're not.
Yeah, it just looks 10 times worse because you never saw them before.
Yeah.
Interesting. Why did we get to that?
We're talking about fake titties that look whack off.
Oh, yeah.
From phone sex operators.
I got so lost. I was like, where did we come from? How did we get there?
Whack ass titties.
So yeah, we saw this ad of like this phone sex operators. Just as it's, you know what's sad is that like from 10 years ago,
they look just as cheesy.
They look just as bad. I mean, then again, infomercials haven't gotten any better. If anything, infomercials have gotten more exaggerative because they know that they're going to be seen online for
people love them.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but what's phone sex operators' excuses? No one's sharing phone sex operators. It's just as weird as ever.
Which we might.
Now we are. Now we're getting them all the ads they need. This podcast is brought to you by phone sex operators.
It's our numbers.
We just put our actual phone numbers on there. How stupid would that be?
This is totally off topic, but I thought of Steve 832.
Go ahead and share that story in less than like 2 minutes.
So, long story, if you have a gamer tag like on Xbox, you can change it once, and then if you want to change it again, they charge you, or you can get all your friends to report you, and then Microsoft makes you change it. Okay. So, my brother's friend, name is Steve, wanted to change his gamer tag to Steve713.
Because that's like a Houston thing.
Houston thing. It's a Houston thing.
Your phone number is 713.
Your area code 713-281, right? So, and then the later one's 832, and then the newer one 34 or something?
It's basically 713 just looks the nicest.
713 is the original.
Yeah.
Is the original like area code. Okay, so Steve's like, hey, can you change my gamer tag? His brother's like, yeah. He goes, I want it to be Steve713. His brother's like, bet. Comes back, his brother fucking played him and made it Steve832. It's like a knockoff, like
it's still an area code in Houston.
Yeah, it's still an area code, but it's like not
no one represents
area. No one. Well, people rep 832 now. But, like...
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, but 713 is, like, a gang and everything.
713 is, like, the original. That's what I'm saying. So he wanted to be Steve 713, but he ended up being Steve 832.
Like, if you come to Houston and get some, like, Houston memorabilia, it's going to say H-Town, or is it, like, some ghetto-ass 713 with a map
I wanted one of those jackets with all the freeways on it so bad. I wanted one so bad.
Yeah, if you ever come to Houston, it's great. There's a lot of arts and stuff, but it's also ghetto as fuck if you go to, like, anywhere.
And that's what I love about it.
Houston's a place that now, you know, it's like graffiti has just become artwork. Like,
oh no, well, it always has been.
But there's places like, and just in my perspective, I'll see things, I'm like, I actually have no fucking idea how they managed to get something right there. And that's
the Be Someone.
Oh, there is a sign in Houston that it's become iconic. Like, for example, it says Be Someone in like big bold letters under like some like freeway or whatever. I don't know my freeways in Houston enough. What is that?
10.
Is it? But what's it on? I mean, it's just under like some little overpass, basically. It's
basically a bridge with a railroad track. The railroad track bridge.
Yeah. Anyway, it has like this big bold letters that say like "Be Someone," and it's become like an iconic Houston staple of graffiti. And during the Super Bowl, somebody
changed it to be football,
and like everyone in Houston lost their mind. Like it was like, give us like that's vandalism or whatever. I'm y'all, it was vandalism to begin with. It was graffiti to begin with, and now everyone's mad that someone vandalized some vandalism. Anyway, nonetheless, it's changed back to Be Someone. In Houston.
But it doesn't look right.
It doesn't. They like it used to be like in each little square.
It was really nice at first. Really nice. It was really nice.
You can go on Instagram and like hashtag Be Someone, and it's usually everything in like Houston. It's or Houston or like, Be Someone or something like that. But I think if you just type in Be Someone, you'll find like either one of the top photos on Instagram will be of the bridge in Houston. Anyway, it's nice. I like it. We'll be going off into a weird tangent this time. This is supposed to be a recap of like last podcast, but we've touched the topics, and that's all that matters. So.
How did we get here? Okay.
I'm usually good at knowing these things, but
I said Steve 832, and I started laughing, and you told us to tell a story. But before that, what were we talking about?
How if you come to Houston, it's ghetto. And then I was like, before it was just a tangent. You were like, oh, hold on, we were laughing about something. You're like, I just want to talk about this story real quick.
Oh, okay.
I think this podcast so far has been the most about how me and Fway's regular conversations go.
Yeah,
it will jump from like phone sex operators to vandalism in Houston, and that's just normal.
That's how we talk. That's why no one can keep up.
Yeah, so the podcast is supposed to be based off of our phone conversations. I think this is the closest we ever got. Usually we have topics we want to hit, but like I kind of like this weird craziness. So if you're listening and you were actually commenting on the things, which reminds me, we actually had a comment on one of the other podcasts we did.
What'd it say?
It's not about the podcast at all. It was like, hey, I know you read these comments, something like that. Can you make a Boogie Box's video to Ariana Grande? And I was like, no. It's going to get copyrighted or some kind of content ID'd. But hey, that means they listen to it. I know someone else. People are listening to the podcast. I got a Snapchat that someone was drinking and, they were drinking wine because they were stressed. And that's because...
Marcus changed his Twitter bio.
Nuh-uh.
He did.
What did he put? What is it? You gotta have your snack before you have your... Yes!
Yeah.
See, we've had an impact already.
We influence lives.
We do. That's what this podcast is going to be titled. The Influential Podcast.
Ew. Don't, because then that makes me responsible. I feel responsible for shit.
Be responsible. Be someone, as Houston Graffiti says.
No. No.
Anyway, I touched on the topic of me vlogging again.
That's right.
So,
that's right.
If you watch my vlog that I'm probably going to upload, hopefully today, now that I have a new hard drive, I have space to do it. You'll see the beauty that was our last clip of the vlog of us recording the podcast. But, I mean, obviously that's not going to be seen or heard in the podcast that died.
John, you know I'm allergic to light. How dare you?
Oh, yeah. We were filming, like, the darkest...
Dare you? No, good.
Because they unplugged my light, and I've yet to plug it back in.
I love the dark.
I can't see nothing. Hold up, little
I can't see nothing.
I can't see nothing.
Ain't nothing.
What's the line?
Ain't nothing too big or too something for...
Oh, and then he's like, not even if I say...
Yeah, it's like, well, I'll admit, that did slow me down.
But I'm still going.
But I'm still... Shandy, this is your grandpapa speaking.
I like how that's the part that I got. So this is me vlogging during the podcast? I'm backwards. Hey, podcast. I'm vlogging right now. You can't see it unless you watch the vlog. And hey, vlog, this is what it looks like whenever we podcast. Fway lounges like that. You know what I noticed about vlogging? It's I'm so used to Snapchat that you can like tap and it turns the camera around. You can't do that on like whenever you're just recording on your phone.
Yeah.
So now I have to do this and say hi. Am I in the frame?
You can't even see you. It's so dark.
Oh God.
I know. I can't help you.
I know. Can you see me?
I'm gonna assume.
I'm gonna assume I'm in it. This is. Oh God.
That's right. I'm in it.
Why don't I just stop recording and try this again? Like not try it again, but just like get
front camera it.
Yeah. There we go. Now you can see it. This is us vlogging. There's my mic. Hey, sorry, podcast. We kind of put you off for a second, but we just had to get a little clip of us doing the podcast in the vlog. So yeah, after a week, even though I haven't actually posted the vlog yet, let me close this window because I really like the vibe that we had when it was dark in here.
It was spooky.
It was very soothing. So I've been vlogging again, and after a week of vlogging, I said twice in it that this is not going to be exciting of a vlog. It's just the adventures of my average life. I realized that my life is very average. Like, no epiphany. I don't have to go to Tiffany's.
Fendi on my slippers. My cookie's always slippery. I don't need help. I'm made of meals on time.
Stop. We get like, what do you call it, content ID for that? Like, you sound too much like Nicki Minaj. So, you know what? But I'll say it wasn't as boring as I thought it was going to be. Not that I do extravagant things, but I realized that when I'm actually paying attention and like not trying to make it seem more interesting, but actually just getting clips of things that I find interesting that's happening within my life, it's not as boring as they make it out to be. I'd say I'm a happy camper right now, currently. I feel like I've been doing things recently. Going out. I'm not going out like partying more, but actually just like doing things more than I used to.
We've switched lives.
We have. There's a song.
Lives.
There's a song called by Mallrat called Uninvited, and it kind of describes Fway right now.
Yeah, I'm totally like avoiding people and things at all costs.
She just wishes she was uninvited.
Yeah.
Which I feel like it's just a phase. You'll grow out of it probably by like the end of this month.
It's a
because Halloween's coming. This is the fun time. And you want to go out. We just have a costume.
I literally just want to stay in. Like,
get your shit together and stop being like that.
Easier
said than done, right?
Not in a sad way. Not like I'm sad or anything. I'm just tired of interacting with so many people all the goddamn time. I'm just like, it's just draining having to put up with other people's lives.
Am I draining?
Huh?
Am I draining?
No, baby, you're like a cold, refreshing swig of Coke. You burn a little bit, but fuck me, that's good. No, I don't know. I'm totally over dealing with other people's lives, like, or pretending to care about other people and their lives. Yeah, it's gotten there.
That's the thing. See, that's your own ass's fault, because people say I'm very unsympathetic. Is that a word? People know that I'm not sympathetic in the sense where, like, if you tell me your problems, I'm not gonna just like kiss your ass and say I'm sorry.
Well, I don't kiss people's asses and tell them sorry, but if there's something I can do,
but you go about it in a nicer way than I would. And not saying that I'm mean.
Oh no, you're not. But you're not nice either.
But yeah.
So no, it's just I don't know. I'm just tired of it. I'm literally tired of everyone being like, hey, can you help me with this? And I'm always like, yeah, totally. But like no one ever is like, hey. No one ever hits me up first unless they need a favor. And I'm over it.
Kind of like me. I was like, hey, well, no, you hit me up today.
I did.
But I needed a favor of you to come film this podcast.
Well, you had told me last week, so.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, thank you for reminding me. I mean, I knew I wasn't going to do this today, but you were the first one to call. I'm just terrible at being the first person to call about anything. Anyway, hope you get better.
I'm not sad. I'm not.
Well soon.
There's nothing. I'm not sick.
I sent you like a little fruit basket. Get well soon.
Please.
Oh yeah.
No, please. I'm so sad. Help me. It's just you little fruit basket.
Oh my god, Halloween costume. It's just me in a basket. What are you, a fruit basket? Like, there's no fruit, just me. That's funny. Or like the giant like vine of grapes from like Fruit of the Loom. That used to be that was like, because of the commercials, that was the costume for like one Halloween. Remember that?
Yeah.
It was people dressed as fruit.
I liked the grape one.
There was like the green grapes and the purple grapes, and then.
Well, you have a banana costume.
I do. Thank you. That's actually from you.
You're welcome.
So, moving on. It's time for Words with Fway, and then there's like a dramatic like title or something that shows like the title of Words. Anyway, this is a segment where Fway keeps me young by telling me words that I do not know that kids are using these days.
I'm sorry. I was unlocking my phone to see something, and I have a tweet that someone mentioned me, and it says, let's talk about how a dude stuck his tongue out at me and Grande Papi on the road and then made a fart noise. You weren't in the car for that.
I know, but you told me about this.
Yeah. An old man in a smart car tried to cut us off and then like stuck his tongue out and made the noise at us through the window. So it was an experience.
Oh my goodness.
But back to Words with Fway.
Hold on, quick. What was last week's? It was
Milkshake Duck.
Milkshake Duck, and it's like a phony. I forgot what it means.
Basically, it was like someone.
Oh, it's like something like it's like
really popular and endearing, and then you find out that they're a dick. Like
yeah,
they have
yeah,
like
yeah.
some dark secret past where they're like racist or some like.
That was like the example it used. It's like
Yeah.
when you love a duck, but then you find out it's racist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Milkshake duck.
Story of my life.
I'm a milkshake duck,
You are.
and it brings all the boys to the yard. Damn right.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
So
This week's word with Fway is
rack it up.
racket. Oh
It's a
yeah. I was gonna go with like the old school billiards or pool when you rack up the balls. I feel like it's just like it just means collecting things. Like bring it all together. Get that money. Huh? Is that good? Get that money.
That's how I would use it, but no.
Okay, well what does it mean? I don't know.
It says to prepare or deliver something people want to hear or see. I rack it up every time I'm on stage, kid.
That sounds like
So
it's
basically,
like a
like bring it to the runway.
bring it to the runway. Rack it up.
No. Well, see, what I would use rack it up is for money, like rack up money.
Yeah, but in that case, it means just like
Save, collect,
literally what it sounds like, I guess.
stack up money. Yeah, but rack it up, according to Urban Dictionary.
Rack it up. They the definition they gave sounded very like almost like a professional speaker or something's gonna be like, yo, could I racked it up? But I feel like rack it up sounds like mildly
I feel like
ghetto.
if you from the streets, rack it up means money. But if you go to Urban Dictionary, it's gonna tell you that you just killed a speech on stage.
Okay, so there you go. Start using rack it up in your lingo to sound cool, young, and hip. If you got money and you getting a lot of it, you're racking it up.
Rack up those clout coins, kids.
And mark it. Clap it up. Whatever.
Mark it.
So it's time for some trending topics. And I know we didn't even think about anything beforehand, but little did you know, you gave me a perfect idea when you sent me a beautiful photo. This week's trending topic is it's Fatty Yonsei.
Is it Fatty Yonsei
It's
or Fat Yonsei?
No, it's Fatty and then
Fatty
and
Yonsei?
yeah.
Fatty once?
Yeah, Fatty once. It's this Instagram that Fway found of like a bunch of just Photoshop.
Okay. Hold on. I did not just find this like this. It was on Twitter.
One day.
No, it was on Twitter. And then I was like, what the fuck? So then I went to the Instagram that Twitter said it was on. And there it was.
And then she sent me a photo so that I could follow them.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of photos of Beyonce Photoshopped to make her look thick as fuck. And it's hilarious. She looks really good, but they keep her head so itty bitty that it doesn't
Her
really...
head doesn't grow
like
with
the
rest of her
photoshopping is
proportions.
great. I mean, there's no
the
warping.
First couple ones. If the more you scroll down, they get terrible.
Oh, okay. I've only seen the first couple ones from the photo that you showed me on Twitter, but for the hey, but if the latest ones are good, that mean it's just gonna get better.
But the thing is, I don't think they're from the same person.
Oh.
Maybe it's like submissions because like some of them at the bottom are really good, and then like you get some whack ass ones where everything is like fucking warped.
Well, if you want an interesting Instagram to follow, go to IAmLeegit. Go to GRAND
Grande underscore Poppy.
Grande underscore Poppy with 3 eyes.
Spelled Grandpappy. I had a little white kid ask me who the hell Grandpappy was.
Pronounced Grandpappy?
Grandpappy.
But anyway, Fatty Yonsei, Fattyonce. It's pretty funny from what I've seen so far. I haven't really thoroughly scrolled through it like Fway has, but I will. So yeah, that's our trending topic. We don't really have much to talk about, like trending topic wise. I didn't really pay attention to what's going on. Oh, we talked about the streamies last on the podcast that died, but the streamies happened. It was terrible. It wasn't terrible. It was funny. John Cozart was an asshole, and like I said, it just must follow the name John. We're all assholes, but the people who won, a lot of people won who Fway and I are not familiar with.
I have no idea who half those people are.
And they
Creator of the Year was whack as fuck.
Oh no, I'm thinking no. What was the one that Sugar Pine 7 won?
Show of the Year.
Show of the Year. That they very much deserved. I love Sugar Pine 7. Who was Creator of the Year? Who won that?
The twins.
Oh, the Dolan twins.
Yeah.
I don't know who they are.
I've never
Dolan. Dolan, like the Donald.
Gooby, please.
I've never. Scoobert do.
Scoobert doobert do. Doobie Scoob.
I'm sure the Dolan twins are great people, but how does creator singular go to a duo? That's like Rhett and Link winning Creator of the Year. I guess you could, but they're a show.
Well, technically, Creator of the year.
It's a weird gray area.
Yeah.
But congratulations to Dolan twins. I know they're listening. They're huge fans of the podcast. I'm just saying that way we can put that in the title. The Dolan twins' favorite podcast. I'm gonna put that as the title.
Do it.
Oh my goodness. So it's at the end of the podcast. It's time to share our songs of the week.
Fuck me.
Now, because you went first in the podcast that died and then jinxed the entire thing, God knows that I should go first. And he was like, John, how dare you lose your audio? So I'm going to go first this time. I'm going to just do a quick thing about the ones who I mentioned last podcast that got deleted. Carry Me by the original Crooks and Nannies. It's a fun little hipster kind of sounding song. And then also Deep Cuts. They have a song called Take Me Back. And that's because last week, Fway and I went to a concert where there was only 3 kids in the audience, and we were 2 of those kids. Great concert.
We were all 3.
Yeah, there were 3 kids in the audience, and we were all 3 of them, just me and Fway. Great concert. We talked about a lot of the podcast, but what it came down to was that nobody showed up. There was nobody there, but it was a really good concert. So those are the ones from the week previous, but the ones for this week are, I like the song Portal by Lights. I just heard about this artist yesterday when I went to a concert. Shout out to my friend Jenny who hooked me up with the free ticket. This artist Lights sounds amazing live, and she sang the song Portal. It's a little slower, but she sounded amazing in it, and it made me fall in love with the song. I heard it on Spotify. It was just as great, but some songs just sound better live, but I still get the full love of the song. And then another song is a song 26 by Paramore, because I also saw them this past weekend. Shout out to my job, hooked me with the free ticket to that one. And I haven't listened to Paramore since I was ever. I never really got into Paramore, but they sing this one song that's slower, not as rock as they're known for, and it's really good. Kind of a sad song. Both my songs this week are all 4 of my songs, except for Carry Me by the original Crooks and Nannies. All of my songs are kind of slower and sad, but they're good songs, and slow sad music is the way to go in my opinion, but I don't know. So my songs to listen to are Portal by Lights and 26 by Paramore. You'll love them. Your turn, Fway.
I don't remember what mine were from last week. I think
one of them was from Frank Ocean.
Well, yeah, I remember that one. I know one of them was Bad Religion off of the Channel Orange by Frank Ocean, and I don't remember what the other one was. It was a newer song. It was Rockstar by Post Malone and 21 Savage.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, you're right.
Totally remembered. Well, go listen to those. They're really good.
Any new ones for this week, or just kind of go with the last
Well,
ones?
the new ones, I have another throwback.
Oh, Prayer by Kesha?
Fuck you. That genuine fuck you.
That was oh my goodness.
The first one is, I guess, a throwback. It's Lemonade by Gucci Mane. By Gucci Mane.
It's an album, but okay.
No, it's by Gucci Mane. It's off of what is it? The State versus Redrick Davis.
You're saying things you're looking at me like I know what these are.
I'm sorry, I forget that you don't. And then the other one is by Lil Uzi Vert off of Love Is Rage 2. I always forget the name of it. It's The Way Life Goes. It's very
the title, is that I know you don't listen to the radio, but is that single worthy? Because I feel like I've heard that.
The Way Life Goes?
That sounds like,
I think it is a single. I'm not sure.
I feel like I've heard, I don't know. It just sounds familiar.
I'm
probably lying. I am. But.
I like it. It's there's this new sub-genre of
you were
rap.
telling me.
It's called emo rap. And I really like it because it's rap, but it's emotional.
We both like emotional sad music. That's the thing.
Yeah, what did you tell me? What did you tell me that fucking blew me? It just blew me.
My mind must be a dick because it's just been blown.
Yes, what did you tell me?
I don't know.
You said you either like it slow and good or chopped and screwed. And I was like, yes.
What was that song I sent you? I'm gonna keep talking.
Screwed and chopped. Jesus, Jesus something's by Screwed and Chopped, not by Screwed and Chopped.
This song is
go to the text messages. It's right there. It's the first one.
It's called Something About the Name Jesus.
Screwed and Chopped.
Yeah, the chopped and screwed version of it. It's
amazing. It's so
really
good. It's so good.
I'll put it in like the description below because it's really good.
But yeah, he said that and I was like, yo, he's not lying, because literally my music is either slow and sad or like some fucked up, chopped and screwed,
some hardcore gangster shit.
Yeah. So
and chopped and screwed is the most hardcore you can get to gangster music.
Also, shout out to Houston, Texas and DJ Screw.
They didn't do much. It's like they didn't die. I just love like.
No, they did. But
okay, I don't know much.
Houston never did though. The city of Houston ain't never
Houston
died.
got the juice.
We have the sauce.
We have the sauce.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
But those are my songs.
What were they again? Just so we can put them all together.
Lemonade and The Way Life Goes. Lemonade by Gucci Mane and The Way Life Goes by Lil Uzi. And Rockstar by Post Malone and Bad Religion by Frank Ocean.
I guess I should start putting like the titles and like the description to make it easier. But you know, when we say them, it gives us, you know, we can explain why we like them so much. But before we finish this what do you call it, segment, you know what's coming up.
I'm so mad.
Shania Twain's album came out last Friday and it was good. I haven't given it because I've been coming into like a lot of good music lately that I haven't actually just but you know, just listened to her album from start to finish like in one sitting. I've been hearing it in like segments kind of thing, and from what I'm hearing, it's great. I love all the singles still, if not more, after hearing this album, because the rest of the album is very like middle album, if that makes sense. But like
filler queens.
Yeah, the rest of her album is just filler queen. Oh, it's so sad. But you know, it's because I'm just kind of hearing it in the background, not really paying attention to it. But I'll get back to you next week, and I'm going to probably listen to it like a lot today and tomorrow and the next day. But also Miley Cyrus's album came out last Friday.
Which is great.
Which is really good.
The only song I don't like on there is the name of the title. Younger Now. Other than that, I love the entire thing.
That song is, and Malibu, obviously. I love the song Malibu. Are the ones that really made me again, I love Miley Cyrus.
Malibu is what made me excited for her music.
Mm-hmm, but Malibu and Younger Now both got me like super hyped for this album. Even though I would listen to it, I would listen to the album regardless. But those two made me like, oh god, this is gonna be a good one. And I love the song Week Without You. It's another single that came out before the album came out. It's really good. I love that one. And I love She's Not Him, I believe.
Yes.
So sad, so slow.
That is so sad and slow.
Thank you. Yeah, that's like we gave them a lot of song suggestions this week.
Songs.
Our
music taste is so different. It finally shows. Like,
well, we can both agree on Miley Cyrus.
Oh yeah,
yeah, but for kind of different reasons. Like I love Younger Now and you don't. And then...
we like the opposite of each other.
Yeah,
like we like her, but Bangers is still my favorite thing she's done.
Bangers is I love Bangers, and I think we like different songs on Bangers.
We do.
Well, no, I think we both like, because I still like Adore You.
That's my favorite song off the album.
Never mind, we still agree on Miley Cyrus. So Miley Cyrus still brings our music together. So, yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed this catch-up podcast that actually did not have a lot of it had a catching up, but like a lot smaller than I thought it would be. It was a good podcast. I'm just going to pat myself on the back. So.
You burp yourself.
Anything else you want to add before we say goodbye?
No, is it not over? Are we not done?
We haven't said goodbye
I've been
yet.
done.
Ready?
Goodbye.
That was the raspiest we've ever... Why are you like mean mugging the mic? Was that recording?
Several bad puns later.
We didn't do our warm-up!
I felt so like this like rush of just like fear over me because I was like,
oh my god.
Let's do it now and I'll find some way to fit it in. Okay. Marcus.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Marcus. Preface. Neck butt. Asa for the officer.